2024, the target was 4.8 billion, but they collected 4.1 billion. 2024, 2025, they collected, the target was 5.33 billion, but they ended up collecting 6.8 billion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, another issue is the county government. And I think we did advise them, Mr. Speaker, that they need to improve because just
30 seconds.
So the county government of Busia misled us yesterday. Yet they are charging 2,500 for the trailer, 1,000 for the canter, and 1,500, 2,000 for dairy products. Mr. Speaker, if we have to be efficient, let us have a multi-agency to ensure that we have proper efficiency of trade. And I hope after this resolution we will make out the trading partners within East Africa will be for the better of all of us. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support this motion.
The Deputy Speaker.
Senator Wambua, you should also recognize that there is some protocol that should be observed at some point. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this chance also to contribute to this very, very important motion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are here in Busia because the work of the Senate as per Article 96 is to protect the counties and the governments and the governments that we have in the counties. Mr. Speaker, when we met the governor of Busia County the first day on Monday, he has a lot of challenges, especially on health care, because whatever budget they propose in his budget, 30% of his budget is consumed by maybe the other side. I don't want to mention the name of the country, but our neighbors from the other side. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, one of the reasons why they have that, they're overstretching their budget on health is because of also the congestion that is here, Mr. Speaker. Because when there is congestion, there is a high population, there are breakouts of diseases and so many other challenges. So, Mr. Speaker, we are living now in the year 2025, almost 63 years after independence. And Mr. Speaker, we have not been able to clear or to finish up some of the challenges that we have encountered since independence. Mr. Speaker, we don't need to believe at the point that or maybe try to blame the previous governments. Mr. Speaker, the government of Jomo Kenyatta, Moi, Kibaki, Uhuru, we should tackle the challenges that we have now. We have been elected by the people from 2022. We will be in office up to 2027. It should not take us beyond 2027, Senator Wambua and my colleagues, before we finish up these challenges that we met here. Then what will be the need for us to be in the office for 5 years? I was asking my colleague, Senator Kisang, because he has been the IT ward for that 4 years. And he pronounced that during the last impeachment. So I was asking him for that, with that 4 years experience, why don't you propose or come up with a system that can be able to be used the way Senator Matinka was proposing, so that we don't need to queue. There is a system, IT solutions in everything, Mr. Speaker. But he challenged me and told me, you know, systems don't like straight things. So I don't understand what is that system that does not allow efficiency. So, Mr. Speaker, now Somalia also, Sudan, South Sudan, and practice in Kenya. Even representing a citizen of Uganda. The other day is a problem with our sister lawyer, Mother Karua Senior. Because, Mr. Speaker, whatever we agree, countries don't want to implement those issues. Mr. Speaker, let this be maybe, since we're in Busia, let us sort out this problem in Maraba and Busia Mbunda. And Mr. Speaker, these challenges are very minor. One is about the road, which even yesterday we agreed this road should be fixed so that, Mr. Speaker, the efficiency can be observed. If it is the scanners, the lack of staff, enough staff, we have so many Kenyans who are languishing, even in these streets of Busia, who can even support to work at these Bunda posts, Mr. Speaker, and also expand the Maraba Bunda works at 4.2 hectares of land. There is no space even for these trucks, Mr. Speaker. So I think let this motion come up with a good resolution. We agree as the Senate and make sure that everything in these border posts lands smoothly, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Oburu Odinga.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, this is an area where I'm very sure you are very much aware. This is an area where you have been in charge, and I know you know what the integration of this area means. Mr. Speaker, the people of this area are the same people. We are the same people. These borders were created artificially by the colonial authorities. Mr. Speaker, if you go, you take the Samia people. The Samia people spread into Uganda, and they have members of parliament in Uganda who are Samias. At one time, Mr. Speaker, if some of you might not be aware, in Kenya we had Moody Awori as the Vice President of Kenya, and his brother Agre was contesting for presidency in Uganda. So, Mr. Speaker, we also have the Teso people. They spread into Uganda. The Luo people go up to Lolwe Islands there. So the Manyala people, the same. Mr. Speaker, the Kuria, you go to Masai, and you go down the Digos. They all spread into Tanzania. And Mr. Speaker, this area was supposed to be one country. But because of during colonial times, Mr. Speaker, I was there. There used to be no border here in Busia. We used to move. Siaya is not far from here. In fact, I'm a neighbor. I'm more of a neighbor than Halwali. And we used to move into Uganda. There was only a roadblock showing you that you are getting into Uganda. And the currency was one during colonial times. Why are we not doing better than the colonialists? Why was Uganda and Kenya more or less one? Because we were using the same currency. There was only a border to show you that you are now crossing into Uganda. Otherwise, these are the same countries, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, sir, the East African community is based on 4 pillars. These 4 pillars, one is the customs union, which I think, Mr. Speaker, is largely implemented. The second pillar is the common market. And this common market envisages free movement of goods, free movement of people, free movement of services, and free movement of capital. And Mr. Speaker, this is where we are doing very poorly. Because on the free movement of people, you had Honorable Adama telling you how expensive it is to fly to Kampala here. Mr. Speaker, even here, movement, though moving on foot here is not a big problem, because now, Mr. Speaker, I think we can give credit that people can move with their IDs and they can go into Uganda. Mr. Speaker, on the free movement of goods, there is what we call the non-tariff barriers. These non-tariff barriers, they have been talked about for a long time. I think when you were there, Mr. Speaker, you remember the whole list of non-tariff barriers. They have been reducing them, but why are they not being eliminated completely? Because these are just artificial measures taken by governments to prevent free movement of goods and free movement of people sometimes, but mainly free movement of goods. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the free movement of people, you also have problems with the right to establishment, because some governments they have signed the protocols. They signed the protocols, but their implementation with these protocols, Mr. Speaker, the big problem is implementation. Implementation is left to the member states, and they don't want to implement them. They signed them, but they don't want to implement them. For instance, right to establishment. The Tanzanian government, I think, sometimes fears that Kenyans are very greedy. They might nyakua all their land there. But, Mr. Speaker, that is not true. Kenya allows people free movement of people. They come and work in Kenya freely. And this should be practiced by all the members because the protocols have been signed by all of them. And it is a problem of implementation. Mr. Speaker, we also have a problem in Lake Victoria. This lake is supposed to be...
1 minute to conclude your thoughts, Honorable Senator.
Mr. Speaker, the lake is supposed to be a common user facility. Uganda practices common user practice with the Congo. They manage the lake jointly. Why can't the East Africans also manage this lake jointly so that fishermen are not harassed and arrested? Some of them are even made to eat raw fish in the lake, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes the fines are too heavy for them and they are jailed there. We have to go and look for them every now and then. Negotiations have to be done. Mr. Speaker, there should be a common user policy for the Lake Victoria so that all the fishermen from all the countries can enjoy this facility and benefit from it, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Tabitha. Attender.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to just pick it up from where our youth leader just had mentioned something. That is when you were once the minister for EAC between 2008 and 2010. And the one that you delivered for this country was ensuring what we call the common market protocol. Free movement of people, free movement of services, free movement of our products, and also the free movement of the labor. We applaud you for that. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I had the privilege to join my colleagues in the Trade and Industrialization Committee, where we also visited the Malabar border. We had intensive discussions with the management and the different stakeholders that cut across. The meeting was led by the KRA manager. Mr. Speaker, one of my key observations as someone who's versed in matters finance was the revenue collection. As early as last year's revenue collection, it amounted to over 8 billion, Mr. Speaker. As we speak currently, their financial target is 12 billion, Mr. Speaker. Then you ask yourself and wonder, where does this money go? Even if it goes to the Ministry of Finance in the consolidated fund, Mr. Speaker, the border deserves to get the development, Mr. Speaker. The management at the Malabar border, Mr. Speaker, is not able to address the financial issues that need to be addressed because all the funds that they collect can only be decided by the Minister of Finance, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is a road at Malabar border, a 700-meter road, Mr. Speaker, that needs to be finished when it comes to matters tarmacking. How much would that cost? The much it can cost is about 200 million, Mr. Speaker. And if that road is finished today, Mr. Speaker, it will enhance and broaden movement in and out. Today, as we speak, it's only one road, incoming and outgoing, Mr. Speaker. How do we increase the market share? Why will not business people continue using the Arusha border, Mr. Speaker, if we are not factoring the issues that are in our borders? We were also privileged, Mr. Speaker, to meet the chairman of the clearing board agencies, the chairman of the truck drivers, the chairman of the truck owners. And Mr. Speaker, the issues that that currently they're addressing, they are coming from our brother side, the other region. The Kenyan side, the issues that are there, they cannot be compared with the issues that are in Uganda side. Then you ask yourself, what's the challenge? It is people who have been given mandate, the police who are on the other side, the managers who are on the other side, who decide when to work and when not to work. Who decide when they want to clear a track or not. Issues like they close books, they close shelves, they close the systems, and sit back and watch before any track is cleared. Money has to exchange hands, Mr. Speaker. That is what the representatives communicated, Mr. Speaker. So there needs to be also a joint committee within the both sides that can be able to address these issues. Because on the Kenyan side, there are no those such challenges. The systems have been put in place, as much as there are few challenges whereby some of these clearances have to be decided in Nairobi. Some of the decisions have to be decided again back in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker, which brings the challenge because there is delay. When stakeholders, especially the veterinary department, where they work up to Friday, so you wonder a truck that has arrived on Friday, what happens on Saturday, what happens on Sunday? And you know very well that is a 24-hour border. That a document cannot be signed because these people do not work past 4 p.m., Mr. Speaker. What happens to those business people? Definitely they will use other routes. And how are we even going to stop the counterfeit and the smuggling if those departments and those stakeholders cannot up their game, cannot be able to extend those working hours or be able to address the labor challenges or the HR issues that they are currently having, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is the high time that also we as a house, I don't know.
Conclude your thoughts.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is a high time that also the minister, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, comes and brings these regional discussions so that these issues can be addressed and addressed conclusively and in a futuristic manner, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, we are losing business in this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Andrew.